every time I pull up at the let out.
What up, everybody? Welcome to another great episode of the Let Outs. We're back with another great episode. Of course, me, you got Chris, you got Alicia in the house.
You heard.
Hit him
My
with the
boy
shoulder.
Bob. And Sylvia. We all here.
Wait a minute, hold on.
You left one out.
Over.
You left one
You
out.
gave me an old wet week, and then there's Sylvia.
Hold on. Here we go. All right. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Let Out. We got a whole bunch of great topics for you again. First and foremost, we got our girl Sylvia in the house.
There you go.
Alicia Bentley Cooper Alicia.
What's up?
And we got Will in here, aka Bob.
AKA no V-neck. All right, let's go.
And your boy Chris. We here today, y'all. So we're jumping it off with a lot of great topics again. I'm gonna let my co-host grab those topics. And damn, I know I already lost my name.
Oh no, you good.
All right, so I already lost my damn thought again. So let's
get it. Let's do it.
We got it. So the first topic, we let Alicia roll with it and tell us about Danileigh.
Who, friend? So,
first off, R.I.P. Sicily though. And keep going.
Oh, yeah, up top.
R.I.P. Sicily.
She called us on the night of recording. Yeah.
Yeah, she did.
Hey, we that shit news to us like 15 minutes ago. It's brand new.
Yeah.
Rest our peace. Oh God, rest in peace.
Yeah, man, my bad. She lived a good life. Go ahead. So, Danileigh.
Yeah. So last week, Danileigh, now you fucking me up. I can't even ask her name now, but Danileigh, she released a song about Yellowbone celebrating light skin. So the basic of the song is saying Yellowbone is what he wants. And everybody took it as her making shots. Number one, in regards to basically saying men prefer Yellowbone light-skinned women. And then two, the baby mamas, both of them, but the one he was just recently was with is a beautiful chocolate brown skinned sister. So they felt like it was taking shots at her. And so of course, Black Twitter, Instagram, everybody was up in an uproar. So her feelings was like, basically, I hear songs celebrating brown skin, dark skinned women. So why can't I celebrate light skin? So what's y'all's take on it? I'll say my opinion. What's y'all's take on it?
We know your opinion.
Yeah, we know your opinion. But I'll jump in. I'm the first one, and this is for me for not knowing a whole lot on the topic. But the thing is right. That's right. There is a lot of celebration for Black people, and we do like to celebrate, but we don't like it, or Black people don't like when that colorism, and rightfully so. People don't like when you separate the colorism inside of Black people. Like it's a sub race inside a race when it ain't. We're all really the same. So, but yeah, the reality of it is you should feel like whatever you got is the best, and you should celebrate whatever you are. So if hey, I'm gonna put on for the light skinned guy. Will I expect you to put on for the Wesley Snipe brothers.
Right.
So
she should have said Dominicans is what he wants because she is not a Black woman. She's a Dominican woman.
That's what I
mean, but damn, when you walking down the street, their ass look the same.
No. Here's the thing: when it comes to the term Yellowbone, is in reference to a light-skinned Black girl, not Dominican, and so. That was there, I think, where the problem lies, that she's actually not a light-skinned Black girl, she's a Dominican girl. And so even back when, I think it was the killings in Missouri, the killing that happened in Missouri, and she was like, Dominican, support them, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Dominican then, and now all of a sudden, now you want to be a Yellowbone, which is a term that is used to describe light-skinned Black girl. You're not Black. So you try to throw shots at a chocolate Black girl and you're not Black. And then you try to use the term Yellowbone that describes a light-skinned Black girl and you're not that either. Black Twitter told her ass.
Man, she lost. She don't know.
Yeah, she lost take that L. And then that sorry apology she tried to come back and get, baby, just take your L. Be quiet for a little while and then come on back. Let it blow over and then come on back.
Yeah, and I forgot.
Come back as a Dominican. Don't try to come back as no Yellowbone Black girl.
Yeah, you know, they said that a lot. I remember hearing, well, and not just this scenario, but you have a lot of the light skinned people don't know where the hell they fit in. You don't never hear Alicia Keys or nobody like that talking on no shit like that. Them folks don't know where the hell they fit in. So just shut the hell up. So I don't know. Maybe Miss Dominican felt like she was black, or maybe that's who she identified with. Hey,
no, it was a blatant shot at the baby mama.
It was a shot at the baby mama, and it backfired on her ass. Is what happened. That's all. That's what happened.
Somebody got something to say. I feel a dumbass opinion from Bob. Go ahead, Bob.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you have to say.
No opinion is a dumb opinion. Go ahead.
So we just gonna stare like the P. Diddy stare.
I'm waiting on. I'm like, don't think that of yourself. Go ahead.
Whatever.
Oh.
I knew this way he was going. That's why I ain't gonna say nothing either. What you gotta say?
It's not that it's stupid. I feel like, regardless of what we think, where she came from, when she apologized, she said where she came from. We got to respect it as that. We can't just automatically say
that's PR, sir. No, everybody. I hate when celebrities and when people go ahead and say how they feel and then try to backtrack.
It's a bit of PR, but at the same time, like, I feel like, again, regardless to the motive behind it, since we do not know the motive behind it, we're assuming a motive. Hold up.
Because when she got feedback, and initially it was criticism and it was constructive. Right. When she got it, instead of actually taking the time to ingest it, think about it, and then come out with maybe an involved opinion, she called everybody haters.
Yeah.
And so she was defending her stance and her song.
If you don't like what I say, you're a hater.
As she said, as she should. I mean, because
then stick with that.
Here's the thing.
My thing is stick with that thing. Don't deviate. Stand on that shit.
Let's be realistic. Be
loyal to your opinion.
You have, like, sometimes we've had people, even like we've had Kevin Hart do it. Stars.
He didn't mean that shit. He was forced to apologize too. But go ahead.
I'm just saying. Again, you can't expect somebody not to change when your original stance is, because if one or two people say it, then you're gonna be like, y'all just hating. But then if the world trying to turn on you,
they ate her ass.
I'm sorry, bro.
Immediately, and her response was, "Y'all some haters."
No, that's what she gave y'all.
I'm gonna post a picture of how good I looked yesterday.
That's what she gave y'all. She gave y'all. I'm sorry. God damn. All right, you good?
Yeah.
She mean it. So
no, she meant it. But I'm saying at the same time, she meant it, but it's for different reasons than maybe she just totally 100% sorry about what she said.
Won't that be sorry?
I don't need an apology about the light skin comments and the yellow bone. I need an apology because the song was trash, first and foremost. I don't care what she was talking about. The music, the song was horrible, garbage. Well, toss it away.
Even if the song
was adding the ignorant ass lyrics just made it worse.
Even if the song was trash, she does have a right to express how she feels about what her man wants.
Some of the shit you need to write in a diary. Write the shit in a diary when she was a teenager.
Let me say this, because she's Dominican, and what they call themselves is a Boricua, however you say it. Mm-hmm. So what if a yellow bone rapper came out?
Is she yellow? Even though she's not white. So so she's of a yellow bone tone. Now again, even though that's a black term, is she not yellow bone?
And again,
that's not. Yeah, you can argue that.
So it would be fair if a light skin. So would it be fair if a light skin yellow ball come out and call themselves what they call themselves because they have Dominican-like qualities? They look like Dominican. Do you think they have a problem with it?
If an Indian man that's chocolate calls himself
black,
chocolate or something that we use, what's the difference? The nigga chocolate. Just because he's not black and then come up with a certain term, don't mean
we're not going to do wordplay. We're not going to do it.
Politically correct.
Well, you already know, man. Shit don't fit the narrative. You're not going to win.
Politically correct.
She has a right.
Leo, aka Bob.
It's not politically correct. This is a fact.
But that's the answer that you're giving.
We can't just be taking people, like, we just can't be taking turn and then get mad because the girl says she's yellow bone.
Wait a minute.
If somebody come out and say something about chocolate,
where did it come from?
Ain't nobody gonna say nothing.
But where did it come from?
Nobody's
where did it come from? But that goes back to other races, other cultures trying to. Damn, we can't have shit. Now we got light skinned Dominicans want to be called yellow bone. Oh hell. Okay.
We still too.
Okay.
Do we not? We
have
that conversation again. we steal everything from mad to motherfucking hell. So I'm trying to figure out why we mad when somebody else takes from our culture. I keep telling y'all that's a good thing at times.
No,
keeps us relevant. Keeps us paid.
It can be.
Keeps us paid. Keeps us relevant. If we didn't, I'm gonna tell y'all something. If we didn't have things
keep
like
us paid and keep us relevant.
Hold on, you said keep us paid, keep us relevant, and take our style. We be broke as hell right now. Still looking for jobs. Still working at these 2-bit ass jobs in spots in the lower tax brackets. If it wasn't for things like people saying, "Oh, I like that culture. Let me get some of that.
Let me steal some of that and make a profit off of y'all."
Exactly, and our culture is going to go buy from them and other cultures. Because if they didn't steal it from us and they come in and buy from us, we wouldn't still be in where we are. It'd be more of us in the 1% than it is now. That's bullshit.
We buy the shit that they make and we put our sauce on it.
That's bullshit.
That's what it is. We buy the shit that they make and put our sauce on it.
Sauce and money is two different things. So we're not talking about putting your sauce on it. I'm talking about them. Like you think about the Kardashians, even with them stealing and appropriating Black culture and profiting off of it. You're gonna go ahead.
Do they really like our culture? Do they really like our culture?
You know what? There's a model. There's a white model that's on Instagram. She's white, completely white. Mother, father, white. No, nothing in that lineage at all. So she went on a trip with some other Instagram models, and she said to one of the other models, like the beautiful brown skinned ladies and the like some of the darker, like the mixed girls, I can't hardly get any kind of PR from other companies because they really like y'all's look. A lot of media likes y'all's look now. The brown skin, curly hair, whatever the look is.
Right.
So she has now filled her lips up.
Okay.
She went and got some wavy curly weave.
Okay.
Tanning herself, and now is trying to pass as being mixed.
We're not doing that?
Yes, that is appropriating our culture. Excuse me?
We're not doing that?
I mean, it's same like motherfuckers walk around with blonde, long ass, 30-inch weave. Same shit.
Black people have been born with blonde hair as well and light eyes. So don't try to go ahead and say we are appropriating.
No, ain't no white people with curly hair.
Anybody can have curly hair, blonde hair. We can have any kind of color hair. That does not mean you're appropriating somebody's culture. So that's not true. I hate that analogy. That's some fugazi ass shit. So no.
I mean, everybody entitled, man, but the facts are the facts.
I'm speaking on facts. I'm not speaking on entitlement or opinion.
You're saying the facts are the facts, but the fact is that they take what we have. Yes, they do. They take what we have and they profit off of it. Period.
Yeah, we do the same.
Okay, well, let me ask you this.
That even goes back to the things that were happening in the music industry with Black artists would create stuff and white artists would come and take it and profit off of it more. They were playing it on they're on the radio more than Black people, and Black people were getting slighted. It's the same thing now. It's not no different.
Capitalist Chris said, man, if you don't make money off of it, I will.
They don't give you time. Okay.
I can tell you another fact. The fact is that everybody steals from everybody culturally. Next.
That's not true. Almost every culture steals from Black culture because we are the shit. Point blank, period.
I mean, that's good to feel that way.
They don't even give us credit for it.
That's good to feel that way. But you do know that white people have the right to do so.
We get props for it and we get money for it. No,
you do know that white people.
Will, baby, I'm about to stop talking to you getting upset because Will up here playing devil's advocate and I ain't falling for this.
I'm telling you that white people and Asian people can say the same thing.
Fact. I agree 100%. And then I think the biggest thing is one of the biggest things is American Black culture is what I guess, or hip hop or urban culture doesn't really have a color to me.
It's in the forefront. That's the thing. It's hot and it's in the forefront. But when you look in the back of that and you talk about culturally, who's really impacting the world? What's the number? What's the number one language? By year 2050, the language gonna be one language.
Everybody gonna speak English.
Who's English? This is what I'm saying. When you talk about clothing, Who makes all the clothing? When you look in the back of your tags and back of all your items, it says made from China. Stop playing with me, man. I'm telling you, like,
we ain't all speaking
It's
Chinese.
not fucking appropriating. You getting manufacturing though. That ain't got nothing to do with appropriation. That has to do with cheap manufacturing.
Exactly.
Everybody
Alicia.
takes from everybody. That's all I'm saying. Period.
That is not fucking stealing.
I don't know where you were going with China, but I can fuck with.
No, I'm telling you, with China. If you look at China, okay, when you talk about, I tell you what, look at martial arts.
Ain't nobody stealing that shit.
Shit, crazy. When you look at movies like,
I swear to God, I ain't seen a nigga in the hood doing no martial arts. I ain't seen that, bro.
Look at every action movie. Look at 90% of action movies and see what fighting style they doing.
Shooting.
I said black.
Because he don't watch up a hood movie.
I said right. He like shot us. Nah. We're not talking that. I'm talking movies. We know what it is. It's martial arts.
I'm really trying to think. I mean, I watch Fast and Furious, them movies, they be fighting in that shit. Liam Neeson don't do no fucking martial arts.
Yes, he does. Look at Taken. That's martial arts. All of it.
Yeah, maybe you say so. That shit don't look like.
When you look at Jim Kelly back in the day with an afro doing martial arts, what we appropriated. Again, next.
I think that shit had. I think that Asian culture had its point where it peaked already.
Yes, it had a moment
already.
Man, look, at the end of the day, regardless of what the motive she had when she talks about yellow bone, just like we supposed to uplift those who aren't uplifted, and we supposed to say things like,
and but all of the music industry in the world has uplifted light skins, yellow bone, red bones. So we need more music to celebrate black skin, period. So next subject.
They ain't her fault though. I'm just saying.
Hey, fuck that bitch. Next subject.
Now you still now you have stole a mad. You stole somebody's mad.
No.
Stay. Appropriate. Taking no fuck shit. What's the next subject was the multiple kids, right? So we know that people like Future and other men, especially the ones in the industry, but just period, do we think that men or parents with multiple kids in multiple households can actually be good parents or effective parents?
I'm gonna let one of the women take that. I got a whole idea on there, but I'm gonna let the women jump in there first.
Right.
I think that if he's active hands-on, I mean, you can't have a goddamn whole football on and expect to.
Let's go with 5.
First of all, you gotta have a good ass job, huh?
5 and 4 different households.
First of all, you want to have a good ass job to take care of one household and the one that's in, and also financially support, because that's part of it. But I don't think that you can't be an effective parent if you have, at least 5 in, because if you're hands-on, if you're involved, and you can be involved. Just because your kids are not there, there's such thing as now, especially with modern technology. You have FaceTime, you have Zoom, you can call, you can check in every day.
Is that the same?
You may not see them, but you may not see them as often. And then it all depends on what type of relationship that you have with it. I think that it's doable. It's gonna take a lot of sacrifice, and I think it's just a sacrifice that men that have multiples like that ain't willing to take or make to be effective in all of their kids' lives, which is why they're not. Do I think that it's possible? Yeah. Do I think that it happens often? No.
Bullshit. I don't even think it's possible.
Yeah.
The reason, and I'm gonna say this: it's only 24 hours in a day. You gotta work, right?
It's fact.
So you got to work to support them kids. 8 of them, let's just say you work in 8 hours and you sleep 8 hours. On top of it, and so how you got 8 hours to remain to break up between 5 different households, because you said you got 5 kids in 4 different households.
Why you gotta break them up all in the same day though?
Can you be an effective parent seeing your kids? It's only twice a week.
You said
even if it's
but
twice a week. Twice a week. Can you even be effective twice a week?
You're saying break up your time in a day between 5
your time
households.
in a day or a week or however you want to put it.
But what makes you think? Well, here's the other thing too. Because okay, if you live in one state and your kid live in another state and you only have one, can you still be an effective parent?
There's less splitting to do.
But can you still be an effective parent? What if you live on? What if you live on the East Coast and your child live on the West Coast? You only have one. You ain't gonna be able to see them like that. So you mean
you can't physically be there. You can't be their support system. I want my dad to cover my games. You really can't.
It is hard. Speaking for with since I'm presently doing it, honestly, it is hard.
It's hard to be a damn Zoom daddy. Hey, Zoom will time your ass out. 45 minutes, nigga. 45 minutes, nigga.
That's the bare minimum. That's the dad that's doing the bare minimum because you got the free shit.
Yeah, you better buy the premium package, my nigga.
To get longer. You don't want to make the sacrifice to pay to get longer time. So
I think that if you're not a celebrity and you're not making the type of money a celebrity makes, I think a lot of your time is going to be spent at work trying to support those kids. I know that when I watch my favorite show, Judge Joe Mathis, hey boo, when I watch Judge Mathis and he have the men on there with the multiple kids, that's one of the biggest things that he has is like, are you able to financially provide?
Fool, can you stop hitting the brakes?
All of these kids. How do you say that?
The brakes in the garage.
I said Judge Joe Mathis and I got excited. Let me calm down. But that's one of his biggest things is can you provide for those kids and getting quality time with those kids, because especially when it's whether it's young boys or girls, for different reasons we need our fathers and our parents in our lives. And I think that it's hard because a lot of that time is, if you don't have the money, it is going to be working because typically you're on child support. So your money going every which way. So you trying to go ahead and make sure that you can have at least enough money to go ahead and sustain and provide for yourself. So it's going to be either 2 jobs, working plenty of overtime, and not really having a lot of time to dedicate to those kids. So it can push you to being a weekend parent and trying to spread yourself thin to try to give everybody as much attention as they need. And I think it's hard. I think you can have good intentions, but I think it's extremely difficult.
And you remember, and I know we all remember this, because my guy told y'all he wished that he would have never skeeted. He wished he would have just skeeted in one woman.
Who?
You got taken
Boosie.
No.
Remember he said
that? Oh, yeah.
I think his came with drama. He's probably had drama behind it.
But I'm just saying, you got a millionaire. You can't do it. It's too much. Like you can't do it.
Right. And then, like you said, even if you're a star, it's difficult. You know why? Because I have yet to see many stars. There's some, but I have yet to see many stars that can be at home and make the money they make.
I ain't seen any. I can't think.
Like so they somewhere.
No, that's what they on OnlyFans right now because they not being able to travel.
That's the thing. Because, it's not right, and that's what I'm saying. They trying to do the.
Hey, that's the stripper hustle, by the way.
They're trying to do whatever it takes to get the money because this is the most time that most of those people have spent with their families, probably in years. And so, one way or the other, whether you poor, whether you middle class, or whether you rich and wealthy, it's very, very hard or difficult to just be an effective parent or a good parent. You know what I'm saying? Because an effective parent is a good one. There's no ineffective good parents to me.
So are we speaking on something that none of us have experience in?
That's what we do all day.
I can speak what I'm saying.
No, I'm
that's what we always do.
Different places. Multiple kids, you got multiple kids in different places.
Who?
You.
I don't have enough bandwidth to have more than one kid.
No, I don't have to have multiple kids.
I mean, no, I can speak on it in regards to seeing it, but as far as trying to be an effective parent and not having your kids in the household, then yeah, that it is difficult because even my sons felt the way because my daughter was here in the same household with me and I was visiting them or them coming over in summers and so forth. So even as much as you want to be an effective and involved parent, it still feels different when you're not in the immediate house.
You don't
so
have
you're
to
missing
be.
opportunities and so forth.
And you don't have to be, in every situation. I was talking about this today. In every situation, you don't have to be, the person that's experienced and hands-on. Sometimes, critical thinking and common sense leads you to your beliefs. Common sense says that if I got one or two kids, hold up, beliefs. I said beliefs and the things that you see other people go through. You can see other people go through things and learn things. So, for instance, I don't like. Chris doesn't have to be married to tell me what marriage life is like. He's doing the same things I'm doing, right? Or he's seen us go through certain things. So vicariously, he can understand what's going on through that. So common sense tells me that with the time that I have with one child and the time that Alicia may have with two and Chris has with one, the things that I'm able to do as
everybody's situation is different. Most people can't but do if that. I would have we didn't say it wasn't possible, Sylvia. We said it was. No, and I get that, but I'm just saying. you have to talk about the critical thinking and seeing what other people, but when you're actually in the situation, doesn't mean that your situation is like theirs.
Okay, well let me ask you this. Can you give all your children undivided attention even when they were all in the same house with you?
Did I give them all undivided attention?
Could you?
Can't.
At the same time?
No, just like what he's saying is it's difficult. Like even in the same household.
Everybody can't have 100% of you. It just there's only 100%.
Even with my kids are grown and they're moved off.
There's always one child or one that's more demanding than the next.
Facts. So you can't be effective with the one.
And then there's that one strong child that probably is very independent that doesn't need you. That one is receiving a lot less of you than the rest of your children.
Even with them being grown, they all still need me. And it doesn't matter that my oldest is the strongest out of all of them. When whatever it is that she needs me on is just important as whatever the one is not as strong as her. And I'm still effective when it comes to them, and I'm still working and doing business because I make the time.
Yeah, it's difficult at the end of the day.
I didn't say it was easy. I didn't say it was easy.
I think unfortunately a large portion of people who have multiple kids in multiple homes, unfortunately, there are disparages between them getting the attention that they may desire and they need as opposed to what they're receiving. So even if we have the best intentions to go ahead and to do it, somebody on the short end of the stick.
That's a fact. Gonna have to happen. Somebody's gonna get less than what they need.
Somebody gonna come on the short end of that stick. Period. I want to ask this before we go because we kind of alluded to the OnlyFans thing. But okay, so a thought that I was having, and this is a surprise topic. So a thought that I was having is like we talk about profanity, right? So everybody says you're not supposed, right? So you're not supposed to use profanity, and it's wrong and this and that. So I want to know, for one, where did we get this idea that profanity is bad, and what are your thoughts on, do you think that it is something wrong with using profanity?
Fuck if I know. Your shit was just talking to me when I was growing up.
Right.
You won't say the shit.
Right.
It's disrespectful, it's rude, but that's just like anything else. You know that they've made that you should do that because this disrespectful. That's that shit. I don't know.
Right. Some people, but go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead. No, let's not say.
Some people say, like I used to hear when I was younger that it was like, oh yeah, it was more of a religious thing where you're not supposed to do that and things like that. And then it became other reasons where it's like, oh, you foul mouth, you this, you that. I just want to know like where that comes from, and do we really believe that at this point? Like, I mean, we're adults. Do we really believe that it's bad to use profane language?
I think it's the intentions behind the word, the swear words that how they're used now.
That's a fact.
Maybe have effect because somebody tell you fuck you.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But that's just
the meaning behind it now.
That's what I'm saying. That's just like somebody's telling you, don't talk to me.
Right? But if they say fuck you, it got a harsher, like, you know what I mean? Right.
But if I say don't talk to you in a certain context with a certain tone, it's the same. It's still
like don't talk to me or shut the fuck up.
Yeah, shut the fuck up is worse.
If I say shut, that's what I'm saying. But that's the context though. Because I can say, shut the fuck up.
If you're in the middle of an argument and like, can you leave me alone?
That's playful.
And somebody if you like, I'm not ready for it right now, leave me alone. Or there's somebody say, get the fuck out my face.
But look how they said it. They didn't just say, get the fuck out my face. You did the whole body language along with it. It has to come with other things.
That's what comes along with it.
You can be talking to somebody else like, get the fuck out of here. Right. And then they joking.
Everything is context. So I'm not sure what we're doing. Everything is context. So fuck you is context.
You're right.
I say that to y'all sometimes. Like if y'all ragging on me about the ankles,
like, fuck out of here.
Like, but if you know what I'm saying, but if she's saying something about my family or doing something that's against me, and I'm like, nah, fuck you. That's a different context, same word. So my thought, since it's my surprise topic, I'm gonna get this out before this minute go. My thought is that there's nothing wrong. I think that people have taken that out of context, and that a word is a word. We don't know what word means. A word means what you want it to mean when you say it in context. So if I say fuck shit, it doesn't make me no less than a person that doesn't cuss. I just want to say that. You know what I mean?
Let me say this, then. If you feel that way, if you cuss versus a person that don't cuss and read somebody, you gonna always think less of me, because I'm gonna cuss your ass out.
Right.
I ain't trying to look for no motherfucking word. I ain't trying to look for no motherfucking educated ass word. I'm gonna cuss your ass out.
No Clifford Harris necessary.
Yo, Zoom _ the let out and _ watch the videos on YouTube. We got links on the page. I want to say peace out to everybody. Fuck everybody. We'll talk to you next time.
Let out.
I can say y'all.
Every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.